Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Speed Build Sunday. I am so excited to get into it today. So today, before I started building this, I decided to buy some packs. And The Sims has a crazy sale going on. I got 2 expansion packs, a game pack, and 3 stuff packs for like $45, which is insane. The expansion packs were like $13. But to lead into that, we have a ton of new build and buy mode objects to use today. And so you will see me using almost exclusively them after a hot minute. Like, I stop using other packs after a minute. I don't even mean to. I just get so infatuated by all the new items that I lean into them and the theme of them so much. And I end up loving it. So you'll see me change this bathroom a lot. This is where I start leaning heavily into it. I think I more lean into the life and death pack and lean into kind of the theme of that pack, the dark, moodier theme. But I love it. And I should have looked at different tiles and floors. This apartment was previously one that I used for my current save that I've been playing and where my Sims had lived, and then I moved them out. So I kind of stuck with the same color scheme on the walls and the floors and all that. And I should have looked into it because I didn't really think about the fact that I have a bunch of new probably floors and tiles and everything. So, oopsies. But I love all the buy mode objects, at least they're all stunning. But yeah, we're working on the bathroom right now. This household is the Price family, which, if you don't know what that is, typically one that lives in Copperdale. It's got Sydney Price. You've probably seen a lot if you've played with teenagers. You've probably heard of Sydney. And I should say if you've played high school years with teenagers, you've probably heard of Sydney Price. So they ended up, I have neighborhood stories on, like, entirely like my, like the Sims in my save have free range to do whatever they want. So they moved into this house or this apartment. Why, I don't know. It's tiny and not their size, but it's like, I'm gonna take the challenge and I'm gonna build them a beautiful apartment here that fits their family. So it's a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. It's a very small apartment for the size of family that is in here. I think typically this is a 1-bedroom apartment. It might have been 2. It was 2 when I started. I also forgot to film me making the floor plan. This was not the original floor plan when the apartment was made in the game, and it's not the floor plan of when I started building. I redid it entirely and just forgot to film it. But I picked it up as soon as I finished the floor plan. I realized I wasn't filming. So in this household, there's a teenage daughter, which this is her room. There's 2 teenage sons. I don't know if one is a son or if he's just like a friend that moved in, but he's a teenage boy. Then there's a child son. So the daughter gets her own room and the 3 boys share a room. I think to them, they cared more about living in the city than they did about having a big house. So they wanted a smaller, fancy apartment. Maybe one day they'll move into a bigger one. Who knows? Or maybe the parents were just like, this will work perfect. We have 3 teenagers. They're all going to be going off to college soon. We don't need a huge house or a huge apartment. Who knows kind of what the idea was. But this is their little apartment. I'm working on the daughter's room. Again, I go with that moody vibe. I think her room's really pretty. I love her room and the way it turns out. So this one I do is use a little bit of life and death. The bedrooms are where I use probably the least of the new packs. I still wish I had more new wall decor. Like, I feel like I'm still stuck when it comes to wall decor. But that's okay. You'll just see me decorating here. I've been on the fence lately. I wanted some new packs. I've been on the fence about it. I finally went to look. I was gonna do the bundle where you get like a game pack, stuff pack, and an expansion pack. And then I seen their sale and it was like every pack you purchase is an additional 5% off, starting with 50% off. So you can get anywhere from 50 to like 60% off. I was like, I'm so doing that. And I did, and I don't regret it one bit. So this entryway, the hallway in the front's kind of weird. And I like that it's unique, but it became difficult to figure out how to furnish. So I don't know if I love the way the front entryway turned out. It's kind of but I don't know what I could have really done differently. So here you'll see me working on the boys' room. I made sure that they had probably the biggest room in the house because there's 3 of them. So, like, if we're being practical, it probably should have been the parents' room. But it's the boys' room, and you'll see it's paused for a minute. I had to go switch out my laundry here, so it'll be a second. The parents' room is kind of separate, though, which I kind of like. Like, the two kids' rooms are off the hallway, and then the parents are off the living room. So it's a little different, but I like it. It kind of gives them a little more privacy. And the kids, even their doors are far apart, so it's like they have to go down the hall to get to their siblings' room. And the daughter is right next to the bathroom. The one bathroom is also kind of rough, but I think they'll be okay. But it's all good. And at the end, you'll see that I keep going into like tab and then adjusting things. I use that because I'm going to use that view as the thumbnail, as you have probably already seen. And so I kept going in there, and then I'd be like, oh, that needs that, or oh, that needs that. And I just kept realizing that I had missed stuff. So that was me doing that. And I do that a lot. I always am very forgetful. Here we are, we're back. This is a historical apartment. I just realized that this is a historical apartment, and so I can't get rid of that plaque. I also wanted to use that desk, but it didn't come in a swatch that fit the space, like, at all. Like, the color of the wood wasn't correct. I felt like it might have been a bit too girly for the boys' room. Like, don't get me wrong, the boys' room is not the most typical boyish, but I wanted something that was green and that was all yellow and pastels, and this is like a moodier green room, and that's kind of where it didn't really match. Then here I'm trying to put some more matchy stuff on the side. I went like each boy had to decorate like a wall, maybe is what I'm thinking. They had to pick out stuff on a certain wall. So like the teenager on the bottom bunk picked out what's on that wall. The teenager on this bed picked out what's on that wall, and then the little boy picked out the poster that's above his bed, because this is a tall enough wall height where he can hang something above his bed. And then I started getting into this room. I'm like, you know what? Functionality isn't the most important, because I'm probably never going to actually play in this apartment. But if you guys want it, I will post it on the gallery. I wanted to fit this dollhouse in there, but there's just not a good spot for it where it makes sense, because like I just want some functionality. But this is where I was like, functionality isn't that important. Like, I'll put the stuffed animal under the bunk bed, even though I don't think the bunk bed is usable at that point. You can just take that out if you decide to play in this one. I also hate that the curtain rod is like a gray color and not the wood color, but I wanted the green curtains, so we make compromises here. But this whole room is mostly gonna be life and death stuff. The bed, I think, is life and death. The nightstands are night and death. Or not night and death, life and death. The dresser which is the same nightstand and dresser I used in the daughter's room. I use a different color of the same mirror in here, and a different TV. I figured the daughter kind of wants the TV to be more blended in. She doesn't use it all the time. So the parents, they probably sit in here to get away from the kids quite a bit. I decided that each room gets a form of technology in it. When I was doing the boys' room, I was like, okay, well, the daughter got a TV, the boys will get a computer, and then the parents will get a TV as well. Because they were the only one that really had room for a desk. So I was like, you know what, they can get a cool little green computer. I kind of figured like this family, like, money isn't necessarily the issue per se. It's more that they just wanted to live in the city, so they're not worried about how much money it cost to do certain things. I put a massive TV in this living room because I was like, I feel like the living room needs a bigger TV than what's in the bedroom. It just feels fitting, especially with how big this family is. It's like, what, six Sims? 4 kids and 2 parents. So you'll see, I make this space is supposed to be the kitchen, living, and dining rooms. So at the end of the day, they don't all have a place to sit and don't all have anything to, like, anywhere to, like, they can't all sit in the same area. The kitchen is tiny. But I do use a lot of the new packs. And the new marketplace free items. If you haven't tried to get those, or haven't gone in and got those, go do it. You can go get a bunch of free build and buy mode and create some items literally for free. Why would you not? But they all expire after a bit, so they're only in there for like 3 or 4 weeks. So you should definitely do it. One of my biggest pet peeves with this game is that the upper cabinets are always wider than like the counter equivalent. Like if you get the half counter, like side counter, like what I have there, the side cabinet does not match the width, and I hate that. Your cabinet should come to the end of your countertop. or your countertop should extend a little past the cabinet. So see here, this is where I'm starting to go into that tab and starting to realize like, oh, I could use some decorations in the kitchen. Oh, I'm missing a kitchen sink. Oh, I'm missing decorations here. Oh, this looks silly. Oh, this, that. And I just kind of keep adjusting things and tweaking things until they look good. I kind of feel like this is like almost a picture perfect family in a way. Like the mom keeps the house looking picture perfect all the time. And I'm okay with that. You know, like they were kind of that picture perfect family, I feel like, before that random teenage boy joined. But like, you know, 2 parents, 3 kids, you know, like it was just all perfect. So the kitchen is tiny for how many people live in this house. There's only one countertop that is actually like able to be used for cooking. But here you'll see I'm trying to find something to hang here, and then I found this cool piece and I was like, I'm gonna hang that there even though it kind of doesn't really fit. I'm still gonna do it. And then I'm like, oh, I need something on the end table, and oh, I need something on the coffee table, and it's just that, and I need light fixtures. I love that light fixture, but the ceiling's too high, and then that one was too close to the window, and then I eventually realized that I didn't put window coverings on. So I ended up going with this one, and I was gonna try to do both, but then I was like, ugh, that one looks tacky next to the window, so I went with that one just as a centerpiece for the room. And then you'll see I'm decorating and putting wall coverings up, but that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. If you have any suggestions for speed build ideas in the comments, or speed build ideas, put them in the comments down below. And if you want to see more Minecraft and Sims content, go ahead and subscribe because I make tons of it. And I will talk to you guys all later. Bye, everyone.